Welcome to my channel. If you like my videos, then kindly subscribe, like and watch. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and welcome back. Problem 7.31. The statement of problem is that solve problem 7.5 and 7.9 using Mohr circle. So this is the statement of problem 7.5 till 7.8 and then 7.9 till 7.12. So we will solve them by using Mohr circle. This is state of stress, that element under the state of stress, and we have to find the principal planes and principal stresses. Then we will find the orientation of plane of maximum in shearing stress and the maximum shearing plane and corresponding normal stress. So let's start with the given data. So from the state of stress, it is given that sigma x, which is compressive, and that is minus 60 megapascal, sigma y, which is again compressive, and that is minus 40 megapascal, and tau of xy, that is 35 megapascal, and that is plus. Clear? So we will take it 35 megapascal. So what we have to find, I will write in series. The first one is principal plane, so we have to find theta p1 and theta p2. Clear? But we will calculate them by using Mohr circle. The second is principal stresses, that is sigma max and sigma minimum. Clear? The third part is that orientation of plane of maximum in plane shearing, so theta s1 and theta s2. The fourth part is the maximum in plane shearing stress, so that is maximum in plane shearing stress. And the fifth part is corresponding normal stress, that is represented as sigma dash. So we will solve them by using Mohr circle. So let's start. As we know that for Mohr circle, we must identify point x and point y. Point x is sigma x comma minus tau of xy, and point y is sigma y comma tau of xy, and center of the circle will be sigma average comma 0. So let's take the point. So sigma x is minus 60 and tau of xy is 35, so it will be minus 35. Similarly, sigma y is minus 40 and tau of xy is 35. And sigma average, which is equal to sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2. Clear? And sigma x is minus 60 and that is y is minus 40 divided by 2. So sigma average comes out to be minus 50 megapascal. So it will be minus 50 comma 0. Now we will plot them using Mohr circle. So we will select the axis. So let's say this is one axis, this is, let's say, another axis, for example. So you have to take them according to scale. The y-axis represent shear stress and the x-axis represent the normal stress. Clear? Okay, so we divide them. Let this one division is 10 megapascal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So first we will plot point x, that is minus 60 and minus 35. So we will take minus 60 in x direction, so that is, here it is positive, plus 10, 20, 30 and so on. So minus 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this point is minus 60 and 35 is, let this is also 10 divisions, so 1 2 3 and this is 0.5, so this point is X point. I will also write over here, so this point is X point and that is minus 60 minus 35, this point. Clear? Now we will plot point Y, and that point Y is a minus 40 and 35. So 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3, this point is Y point, and that Y is, again this is equal to minus 40 comma 35. Clear? I will also mention over here that is plus 10 20 30 40. This is minus 10 minus 20 minus 30, this point, and this is minus 40. Similarly minus 10 and so on. Now you get this Y point and X point, and C is minus 50, so this point is C point. Clear? Now you have to join this point and this point, and that will passing through center. You have to draw it using scale or using protractor. Clear? Now you have to draw a circle and keeping the compass equal to CY or CX. So I will here draw a circle. Here it will not be the same like which we draw, so I have to adjust them in order to show you that how your circle will look like. So when you draw the circle, your circle will be completely in circular shape. Clear? Again, if you draw it using protractor, it will be like this one. Now you can see that this was your point Y, this is your X, and this is your center. Clear? And you have to first find theta P1 and theta P2 principal planes. Clear? So this is your origin point O. Clear? And if you want to calculate this theta, which is 2 theta P. Clear? For that you have to draw a perpendicular from this Y point on x-axis. So let this point is known as E point. Clear? So for finding the theta P, you must know CY and CE, because you know that tangent of 2 theta P will be equal to EY or YE over CE. Clear? Now what is YE? So YE is the vertical distance, and that is 35 plus 35. So YE is equal to 35. What about CE? So CE is this distance. As you know that OC is equal to sigma average, and that is equal to minus 50 megapascal, and OE, which is equal to this point. From origin to this point, the x-axis is minus 40. So OE is equal to minus 40. Now CE will be equal to OC minus OE. So CE will be equal to OC minus OE. OC is minus 50, clear, and OE is minus 40. So minus minus plus 40. So this CE is equal to minus 10. So this distance is actually 10. Now you have YE and CE as well. So you will put it in the formula that is written over here. So tangent of 2 theta P will be equal to 35 over minus 10. Clear? so it will be equal to minus 3.5, or 2 theta p will be equal to tan inverse minus 3.5, and that is equal to minus 74 degree. When you calculate it, it will be minus 74 degree. Now if you this is for Mohr circle, so if you want to represent them on a on element, so theta p1 will be equal to 74 divided by 2, which is equal to 37 degree, or theta p2 will be equal to theta p1, sorry, minus 37 degree. So theta p2 is equal to theta p1 plus 90 degree. So theta p2 will be equal to 90 minus 37, which will be equal to 53 degree. So theta p1 will be equal to minus 37 degree, and theta p2 is 53 degree. So this was part first. In part second, it is given to find the maximum stresses or principal stresses. So we know that from Mohr circle that sigma max is equal to sigma average plus R, and sigma minimum is equal to sigma average minus R. So put the value, we know that sigma average is minus 50. We do not know R. So R is actually, by using Pythagoras theorem, you can also find R. R is actually Cy or Cx. So this Cy is equal to Ce whole square plus Ey whole square under the root. So put the value, Ce is minus 10 whole square and Ey is 35 square, clear, under the root. So when you calculate it, this R comes out to be 36 megapascal. So sigma average is plus R is, so this will be 36, so it will be minus 14. Again sigma minimum is equal to minus 50 minus 36, so it will be equal to minus 86. So sigma max is equal to minus 14 and sigma minimum is equal to minus 86. Now if you want to represent them on transform section, so let me draw it. For example, if this is your initial x-axis and this was your vertical y-axis, so theta p1 is minus 37 degree, so minus 37. So let, if this is your minus 37 degree, so it will be x dash, this is minus 37 degree. So your y-axis will be perpendicular, y dash will be perpendicular to x dash, and your transform section will be like, let me choose, your transform section will be like, you have to draw it straight, clear, this will be also straight, clear. So so this will be your principal stresses, that is sigma max, and that will be equal to minus 14, and this will be minus, sorry, one mistake, this is negative, so it will be a compressive one, clear. So it will be perpendicular to this, so it will be like this. So this is sigma max, and sigma minimum is also negative, so it will be minus 86 megapascal, minus 86 megapascal. These are the principal stresses, and this is the principal orientation of principal plane. Now we will move toward our part 3, and that part 3 was about Let me see. Part 3 is about to find theta s. Now from this Mohr circle you can see that principal's maximum shearing stress will be at this point. So this angle is your theta s, 2 theta s. So you know that 2 theta s uh, 2 theta s is equal to 2 theta p plus 90 degree. So on elemental form, on representing on this element, we can write as theta s is equal to theta p plus 45 degree. While on Mohr circle, 2 theta s is equal to 2 theta p plus 90 degree. Clear? So it will give you again this. Now theta s is equal to theta p plus 45 degree. Theta p was minus 37 degrees, so plus 45. It will give you 8 degree. So 8 means plus 8 means counterclockwise. So this is theta s1. Now theta s2 is equal to theta s1 plus 90 degree. Clear? So it will be equal to 8 degree plus 90 degree. So it will be 98 degree. So we have find the theta s1 is equal to 8 degree and theta s2 which is equal to 98 degree. We have find out the orientation of maximum in plane shear stress. Now we will find the fourth part, that is to find the maximum shearing stress. Now maximum shearing stress over here from this Mohr circle, you can see that maximum shearing stress is again this distance which is equal to cy, and this is equal to r, and r we have find over here, that is plus 36. So maximum shearing stress is equal to r, and that is equal to 36 megapascal. The fifth part is corresponding normal stress, that is sigma x plus sigma y divided by 2, which is equal to minus 50 minus 60. Sigma x is minus 60 and sigma y is minus 40 divided by 2, which is equal to minus 50. Also from Mohr circle you can see this is maximum shearing stress, this point. If you have drawn as per scale, so you can see it will be minus 36, plus 36, and corresponding normal stress is at this point C, at point C, sigma dash, which is equal to OC, and that is minus 50. Clear? So this is the answer. You can calculate it over here, and you can also take it from using Mohr circle. Now, also this is the beauty of Mohr circle, that we can easily solve problem by using Mohr circle as compared to traditional equation using transformation equation. Now I will show this transform section. So this, let's say this was your original x-axis and this was your y-axis. Clear? So for theta p, or you can say theta s is 8 degree. So if you move, this is positive, so counterclockwise. So let this is your new axis, that is x dash, and this angle is 8 degree. So again the y dash will be perpendicular to x dash, so this will be your y dash. And if you represent the element, so element will be like this. Now on this element there will be maximum shearing stress, that will be 36 megapascal. It will be like that. This will be maximum shearing stress, and that is 36 megapascal, and corresponding normal stress. So corresponding normal stress will be minus 50. So it will be like compressive one. and perpendicular to this face. This normal stress and this axis will be collinear. Clear? So you have to draw it carefully. So this is sigma dash, and that is equal to minus 50 megapascal. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Again, if you have any question, you can ask in comment section. Thank you for watching the video.